So, and I left that pageant in 2017, understanding that there was things that I did not know that I needed more work on. So I sought after, first thing was get a pageant coach, because I really needed some training. So the first pageant coach I got, she tried to scam me a little bit. No, she did. She really did. And I chose her because she's beautiful, chocolate girl that every time you Google plus size pageantry, her name and picture came up. But she just was the devil, man. So got out of that because I got my money back eventually, because I kind of put a post on Facebook and told her and outed her with screenshots so she couldn't say it was like defamation or anything like that, because I am that girl. If you cannot screw me over, I am, yeah. And I was honest about it too. I said, if you give me my money back, I will take down everything. And I did, because eventually she did. So moved past that. Then I was really kind of worried after that about doing a pageant coach, but one of my friends that I met in 2017's pageant, we're still friends to this day, her and her sister. Hey Christina, hey Katie. She recommended me the one that she uses. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna use her. And I got spruced up. Like, this lady really helped me with interview, and she helped me with a lot of things. I had help from my pageant friends too, but she helped me as well, and I have to give credit for that. Most of that help, as far as when it came to interview, came from the pageant coach I had hired. And because she was able to break things down to me that I didn't really understand at the time until I had her. So anyway, had a pageant coach. The wonderful thing about the 2017 is I met friends, and we all went gown shopping together and helped me get ready for the next year for that 2018. So I actually had help of what type of idea I wanted to do for pageantry. So I knew whatever dress I got, I wanted to rhinestone better. Fashion wear, I ended up getting this high-low pink dress, and it came very simple, right? And I rhinestoned the top very good. And then I ended up getting this colors dress for my evening gown, and one of my friends sewed an overlay to it, and I rhinestoned the overlay and the lace around the top of that gown. And yeah, I was ready for blood. I'm not gonna lie, I was ready for blood. I knew there was gonna be a lot of girls that year. The pageant was gonna be moved to a new really cool location in Panama City, Florida, at this beautiful resort that had this private island, like this boat to a private island where you get this private beach, and it was just beautiful. I was so excited. I stayed there a month before the pageant and was able to experience this beautiful resort. It's one of my favorite resorts to this day. And I was excited, man. I had a chance to walk around in the conference room and where the pageant was going to be held at. It was going to be this big room, and it was just gorgeous, a beautiful, gorgeous area. And so I left there. I had been practicing walking. So in order to get ready for my pageant, I come to my gym and use their aerobics room to basically practice my posing on the stage and so forth. And I love it because it has these mirrors. See? Because I can actually see myself. So it's like so awesome. But anywho, so today is Friday, October 5th, and I'm getting ready for my pageant. So I have this thing underneath. So it's yeah. So just, when you see something bulky, it's because of this. So anyway, I'm about on. My hair's not done. I have no makeup on, and I'm about to practice. are so cute, but they hurt after a while. But I'm lasting longer and longer, and I have to work on my thighs. I have to work on my calves to be able to wear these. Yeah, so working hard on these. After that, well, actually, throughout that year of getting ready for that, I've been practicing walking and where to hit and so forth. And I practice at my gym. The gym I still go to this day. They allowed me to practice in their aerobics room. We had a lot of mirrors, and so I was able to really see, how to pose and where to pose and how to look when I do this, and which one's my good side, and I was able to get really back into it. So the week of the pageant, we found out that there may be a hurricane coming to Panama City area. So spoke to the director. She was like, "Oh, it's just gonna be a Cat 2. It's no problem. It's no worry. It's no problem. It's no worries at all. It's just gonna be Cat 2. A little rain, a little storm. That's it." So the pageant again started on a Wednesday. I think I picked my mom up from the airport on a Monday, and we were gonna leave out the next day, which would have been a Tuesday, because gotta get there at one day early. And this happened. Okay, so here's what's going on. Hi guys, it is October, what day is it? October 9th, 8th? It's a Monday, right? And I am supposed to be packed. Well, I am technically packed, but I'm supposed to be excited right now. Getting ready for this pageant, and because of Hurricane Michael that is hitting the Gulf Coast, I have no makeup on. I'm sorry. Because of Hurricane Michael hitting the Gulf Coast, they canceled the pageant. Or no, not canceled. They postponed it. And reason why is because the hurricane's intensifying, and safety is I'm sure is the most important when it comes to situations like this. The hurricane's intensifying. First, I thought it was going to be just a tropical storm or a Hurricane 1, but now we're finding it's going to be like a Hurricane 3 hitting the Gulf, hitting the Florida, and they issued out a massive evacuation for Panama City Beach. So they're going to push the pageant out to November, and I'm waiting on the dates so I can request off for my job. And I'm going into work tomorrow. My job, they called me. They were no, I called them, and my supervisor answered the phone. He was like, "Mona, you're supposed to be on vacation right now." I said, "Because of Hurricane Michael, I cannot go anywhere." So I'd let them know, "Hey, I'm coming back in tomorrow. I'm gonna finish out the rest of the days and so forth." And yep, yeah, I'm not mad. It's like being mad at God, but I was ready. Sorry. When you put so much time and effort into getting ready for a pageant, because a lot of people don't know, pageantry is more than just going on stage and modeling back and forth. It's a lot that goes into it, a whole lot. There's planning, a whole lot of planning, a whole lot of planning, a whole lot of planning, and it's a lot, My mother actually flew in, and it's kind of funny because when I picked her from the airport today, I told her there's going to be a hurricane down there, and she goes, "I'm not going down in a hurricane." I said, "Mom," "it's going to be fine. It's going to be just fine." And I remember before she took a nap, she was like, "Well, if it's bad," so she has no choice but to cancel it. And I'm like, "Well, it's not going to be bad," because I'm thinking it's just like category 1 or low category 2, or, just something, just like a bad thunderstorm, but that was going to pass over and going to be fine. But when they start evacuating the city, it's because now I feel bad for the director more than anything, because they have to push back, get a whole nother location and all that stuff, and you know, she fought tooth and nail for it, but it was actually the city that actually closed down. So you can't do anything when the city closed down, you know. So this is gonna be great. So everything happens for a reason. This is still gonna be a really outstanding month. I'm trying to see the silver lining. Stupid hurricane. Sorry. So after finding out that the hurricane was going to be bigger, you know, I remember feeling so defeated and angry and frustrated, but I couldn't really complain too much because I wasn't there. There were some girls who had flew in 2 days early, and evacuation had happened because they realized Hurricane Michael was going to be a monster, and they were trying to get a first flight out. So I couldn't even be bad about that or whatever. But basically my mother stayed with me for a whole entire month. Well, she traveled back and forth between Alabama to Tennessee because she's initially from Tennessee. And yeah, so we had a lot of motherly bonding time. And so yeah, so that put a doozy because that hurricane tore up Panama City that year, and my heart just sunk because I mean I was excited. I love the area. Panama City is one of my favorite vacation areas. Only like 4 hours from where I live, so you know it's the quickest beach we can get to where I live, and it tore it up. And then Mexico City Beach, Florida, which is like kind of, what is it, east of Panama City, was tore up underwater too. It was just bad. It was like an atomic bomb went through that whole area. I don't know if you guys remember Hurricane Michael that hit in 2018 in October. Yep. Skipping forward. So the pageant was held in December 2018 in Atlanta, Georgia, and it ended up being at the same hotel where I lost the year before at. So we had the same dressing rooms. It was like deja vu. It only had like half of the members, half of the contestants that came that year, and I still was able to come and compete. And I remember feeling ready, like extra ready, because I basically had 2 more months to get ready, more ready than I was ready before, you know, and just adjusting and so forth. And it was a learning experience. Like, you know, certain things you just can't control. But that pageant, skip ahead. So basically I went through the whole thing again. I could not vlog that pageant, so there's no footage really of me vlogging because of the contract the pageant had with that year with this media company called WTM, and they wouldn't allow me to vlog. Now I don't know if they had like some type of contract with the pageant systems to where contestants couldn't bring professional cameras, you know, in to like practicing or, you know, behind the scenes stuff. They wouldn't let me do it. And it wasn't the pageant system, because the pageant system was like, what, you know, she should be able to blog. But then, you know, the girl, she had a little bit of a power trip. I ain't gonna lie, she really did. She just didn't want me vlogging. So, you know, the director was like, Mona, please, like, come on, like, just it's okay, you know, I know, just kind of roll with me. And I was like, okay. So I couldn't vlog anything of 2018. No. What they said was I can do a selfie stick and go live in the hallway. So I didn't do that. So I didn't vlog at all. So yeah. But I did win that year. And here's the footage of that 2018 pageant.
If you could share a meal with any individual, living or dead, who would you choose and why?
I would choose my grandmother, Lily Bell Rivers, because when she passed, I was only 12 years old, and I have so many questions about our ancestry that I believe that only she could answer. Thank you. So, I won, as you can see the footage, and I remember it was coming full circle because when we went back to Atlanta, it ended up being the same exact stage I lost on before. So when I did win, I did the ugly girl cry. Don't judge me. It was emotional because it was like the same one I was defeated on last year, and I messed up and I tripped and all that stuff, the same exact stage and the same exact room, you know. And my mom was able to come. I had family still come in, and they were able to cheer me on. And I had some sorority sisters come in. Shout out to Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. The only people who was not able to make it was my aunt, because she passed that July of 2018, and then my best friend Drea couldn't come because she had a family member that passed as well. So it was a lot of death, and then but so this was what I had won. Yep. So that was good. And then this was the crown I had won. Went all the way around. It was really big, I will say that. So lost one year, came back and kicked butt. That's the story. That's my vlog. So ladies, I get it. Some people might not like pageantry. Some people might love pageantry, but I am one of those chicks who absolutely love pageantry. And anything that you decide to do, you know, if you do not succeed in it, come back and give them heaven. And be ready. I learned a lot of lessons with that pageant system, because when I won, I had a reign, and I reigned for a whole year and did stuff, you know, and then came back the next year and gave up the crown, and so I was able to crown a successor and so forth. And so I learned a lot. I learned great lessons, bad lessons. I made great people and horrible people, and just learned a whole bunch of things. I can honestly say I came out of it with a smarter mentality when it comes to pageantry, you know, like that, like a different mentality about it. And I will be competing again, and I will be taking you guys along, and I'm going to try my darndest to make sure I vlog so you can get kind of a, you know, thing about it, a good point of view of it. I will be doing another pageant, but this was my first plus size pageant, so I have won. Fun times, right? Alright, if you have any questions about the pageantry of plus size pageants, drop me a message below in the comments section. Let me know about what you think about plus size pageantry, and let me know, would you ever want to compete, or, you know, anything about pageantry. I am an open book for the most part, and I look forward to seeing you on my next videos. Make sure you subscribe and thumbs up this video. Yeah, and if you want to watch it again, sure, go ahead and watch it again. Watch it as much as your little heart pleases. Also, click the little bell so you can be notified of any future videos that I post, so you can always be connected. And I look forward to seeing you guys again, or you seeing me, because I can't really see you. So anyway, ta-ta.